It's Uncle Flippy here. Today I thought I'd give you a tale from the Uber. So, in a previous life, I drove quite a bit of Uber, just short of 10,000 trips. I think it was 9,920 or something like that. So, I got my share of tales from that world. Don't get me wrong, I actually enjoyed quite a bit of my time driving Uber, but man, you see some interesting things and you meet some interesting people. I drove Uber in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, which is the capital of Canada. And for those of you not familiar with the geography of Ottawa, it's right on the border between Ontario and Quebec. There's a river, big wide river that you cross over, and then you're in Quebec. And Quebec's a whole different world. And the way Uber is organized, if you drive in Ontario, you can't pick up in Quebec. You can drop off, but you can't pick up. So it's not super relevant to the story, but it is part of the story. So it was just a typical weekday afternoon. Not sure exactly what time it was. I think pretty early in the afternoon. I get my next pickup, and it's at CHEO, which is the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. CHEO is a wonderful place. My wife definitely does some volunteer work with them from time to time, and they're one of the best children's hospitals in the world. They do fabulous work. There's nothing but good things to say about CHEO, and I have nothing bad to say in the story about them either. So pick up this woman, fairly new mother. The child's quite small. Get the child strapped into the back seat. She hops into the back. I hit go. Get the directions. We're going over to Quebec. Okay, no big deal. Like, this will be a pretty long trip. I'll make good money off of it. I'll have to hike back to Ontario, which will probably take me about 10 minutes, but no big deal. Yeah, she's going out western part of Gatineau. So that's fine. We start rolling. She says, "Okay, I want to make one stop before we leave Ontario. There's one little place I got to go." And she doesn't tell me exactly where she wants to go. She says, but down on Rideau, just stop by the Shoppers Drug Mart on Rideau. Do you know where that is? I'm like, yes, I do. I used to walk past there every day to get to work when I used to walk to work, living downtown, working downtown in Ottawa. So that's no problem. I'm like, you want to be just on the same side of the street as a shopper? She's like, yeah, sure, no problem. I just need to know so I can get myself aligned properly. So I head down that way. It's no big deal. I get stopped. She's like, yeah, no, this is a good place to stop. But she's looking out the back window. So I thought this was a little bit strange. She's like, is it okay if I just leave the baby here? And I'm like, well, how long are you going to be? She's like, oh, probably just a minute or two. 5 minutes at the most. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. You know, if the baby was sleeping at the time. We were in the shade. Everything was great. So I watch her in the mirror. And this, just to keep in mind, I guess this is a good time to bring it up. Cannabis is legal in Canada. It's legal in all parts of Canada. Now, when I drove Uber, cannabis was not legal in Canada. However, there were several pot shops operating in Ottawa illegally. You know, kind of skirting the law. And they get raided from time to time. Anyway, she heads into one of these pot shops. And the 5 minutes is, definitely more than 5 minutes. I'd say 10, getting close to 15 minutes before she comes back, which is, it's okay. Her baby slept the whole time, was just starting to make a little bit of noise as she hopped back into the car. It's like, okay, that's great. You ready to go? Need to make any other stops before we continue on? It's like, no, I think we're good. So we head over the bridge. We're going along. She's like, oh, I think we need to make one more stop. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. Where do you need to stop? Can we stop at the SAQ? The SAQ is the liquor store in Quebec. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. Is there a specific one you want to stop at? She's like, yeah, when you get off the bridge, just around there. And she kind of directed me to it. So she's like, don't worry, I'll only be 5 minutes. So that's all cool. I pull into the parking lot, get about as close as I can. The parking lot's quite busy. This particular SAQ, it's in a strip mall. No problem. So once again, her 5 minutes it's closer to 15. I think a lot of people, when they're busy with stuff, underestimate how much time it actually takes you to do those quick activities. You know, that quick 5 minute stop at the bank, it's probably going to be 15. Anyway, he comes back, hops in the car. Once again, it's like, need anything else? Any other stops? Like, nope. You can take me home now. We're rolling along. She's like, you must think I'm a terrible mother. I'm like, no, no, no. I totally understand. You're probably pretty busy. She's like, yeah, I don't get out of the house very often. I have to, get my fun where I can. I'm like, no, I'm a new parent. I understand. Being a new parent definitely consumes a lot of time that I used to have free. However, I don't know if leaving a hospital with your child, and I don't know why they were at CHIO, could have been a regular checkup. Maybe there was something that's been a little bit wrong. Doesn't matter. None of my business. But stopping and picking up weed and picking up booze on the way home, if I don't know if that's what you need at this time, but who am I to judge? Anyway, I have a lot of stories from the Uber. This is just one of them. I'll share more as time goes on. Anyway, this is Uncle Flippy. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you like what you hear here, see here, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Tongue's a little fat. Talk to you soon.